All right, so children, hi, just to let you know, children, my name is Bern Ong from 88 Tuition, all right, lead teacher for the primary school and the secondary math. All right, children, so the time now is 5:30. Usually I'll start lesson on time. All right, I'll start lesson on time, so I don't want to wait for those who are late. All right, and during my waiting time, right, okay, sometimes when I wait for them, right, I will ask you all to do your homework question. Remember this or not? Remember this? All right. So the last three lessons, right? The last three lessons we are doing decimals, just to recall, all right, just to remind you a little bit. All right, the last three lessons we will be doing decimals. This lesson, right, is also on decimals. Right. So there will be 4 lessons on decimals. The next lesson, children, the next lesson will be on revision already, right? To prepare you for your WA. Right, because some of you, the WA2 is coming up. So when we prepare, right, we try to do a bit of everything. All right, so today is the last lessons for decimal, just to let you know. All right, so Benjamin, I don't know whether your school does decimal already. All right, if your school is doing decimal, good for you. It's just a revision. If it's not right, then I'm sorry. This lesson might be a little bit too advanced for you, but we shall see how it goes. Can? Nicole, yes, what you saying? Sleep 30%, play 40%, going to school and play with friends 30%. Wow, that is your 100%. Very good. So you know what to do with 100%, is it? Huh? Aiyo. Most of the time it's playing, you see. My goodness. But again, nothing wrong, because primary 3, primary 4, right, is the time to get to know friends and have fun in school also. All right, there is nothing wrong also. All right, but please do remember that education is still important. You all still must put the necessary time into the right area. Can? Okay, come children. Let's look at your school homework. Let's look at this homework first. Oh, very good. That you're learning decimal. Very good, Benjamin. Good job. Yeah. All right. So children, let's take a look at this question first. This was your homework. Yes, Kat. The correct answer is 3.7. Thank you so much, Kat. All right. So 3.7 is the correct answer. Very good. All right. So children, what did I did last week? All right. I told you how to divide. All right. Can you please look at this 7/9 down here? This portion. All right. What does 7/9 represents? 7/9, right? This over, right? This over down here, right? Actually means what? It actually means divide. Do you know that? All right. So this over actually means divide. So it's actually 7 over. Over means what? Over means divide by 9. All right. So children, you must be able to recognize. All right. You must be able to recognize that the over, the fraction, the over actually means divide. Okay. Then what did I say? This one very important. Very important. What did I say? Can you see that 7 is in front of 9? So I told you, right, in front is inside. In front is inside. This is very important. All right, this is very important. Why? Why? Because many of you, right, you will do this. Many of you will do this. Look, many of you will do this. Correct or not? All right, wrong. This is incorrect. Not every time, right? Not every time the big number inside one. This is a wrong thinking. Stop it. All right. So when I say in front is inside means what? All right. In front is inside means the 7 is actually inside the shelter. All right. The 7 is actually inside the shelter. And the 9 is outside. Can you see not, children? That's the meaning of in front is inside. Hello, Arnav. Welcome. All right. So remember, it's not every time the big number is inside. Stop it. Stop it. 7 divided by 9, in front is inside. Can? Okay, come. You do your normal division. 9 times what is 7, huh? All right, wait, let me admit 2 more students first. Angnev, you still can't on your camera. It's okay. Maybe next week you can try again. All right. All right. So down here, let's do the normal division. Come. 9. 9 times what is 7? All right. 9 times what down here? Hello? Don't have, right? Don't have, right? Means 0 lah. 9 times 0 is 0. Can you see? All right. So 7 minus 0 is a 7. Then down here, what do? You are able to bring out the decimal dot. All right. And you can bring out the buffet of zeros at the back. Can you see not? Remember me telling you? For example, $7 can be written as this. It can also be written as 7.00. So there's a buffet of zeros at the back. Down here behind got a lot of zero. Can Okay, so down here, the decimal dot you put on top also. All right, so this 0, you bring it down. Okay, so now 9 times what is 70? Closest. Closest. 9 times 7 is 63. That's the closest. All right, then you have a remainder of 7 again. All right, let me admit one more student in first. Okay, so you have another remainder of 7. What did I say? What did I say? There's a buffet of 0 at the back, right? You can continue to add in the zeros because it's a buffet. All right, so 9 times what is 70? 9 times 7 is 63 again. Oh, what do you see? Can you see the pattern here, children? Can you see? So if you keep adding the 0 at the back, right? If you keep adding the 0 at the back, because you can, all right, you keep bringing the 0 down. 9 times what is 70? 9 times 7. All right, 63 again. That's the closest. Can you see that it will go on and on and on and on? All right, as the story goes, dee da dee, dee da dee da dee da dee. All right, it will go on and on and on. Good Carrot, you cannot hear me? The rest can hear me? Yes, right. Okay. Good Carrot, can you please lock out again and lock in again? All right, because you're the only one who cannot hear me. All right, so the rest can hear me. Something wrong with maybe your side. So maybe you can help me lock out and lock in again, or maybe you can adjust your headphone. All right, or maybe you can take out your headphone. I don't know. All right, or you can on the volume. All right, there's a few things you can do. Can? All right. So what do you see down here? All right. So the 7/9 is the what? 7/9 is the 0.777. Can you see? And this 3 hole, right? This 3 hole, right? All right. This 3 hole actually can be put in front here. All right. So it becomes 3.777 and so on. Okay. So that's the answer. And actually the answer will go on and on, children. The answer will go on and on, all the 7, do you know that? It will be endless. That's the reason why sometimes the teachers say, right, give me to 1 decimal place. So what's the meaning of 1 decimal place? Please remember that this is called 1 decimal place down here. All right, after the decimal point. So your answer must have point something one. To determine this 7 to round up or to maintain, right, what do? We have to look at the next digit. Can you see not? Okay, so the next digit is 7. This 7 is right, it's above 5. Above 5 means that we have to what? We have to round up, right? Round up means what? Cat. Can you see? Cat. So do you know what is happening? Yeah, just now I supported your answer, right? So I was wrong also. Cat, you sabo me. Okay, but it's not your fault. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. All right. So Cat, remember when there is a 7, right? You have to round up. So 7 becomes 8. Do you understand? Do you know how to round off? I think so, right? I think it's a careless mistake. So your answer is 3.8. Can? So my fault down here is not 3.7. It is actually 3.8. Darius, you're right. Thank you so much. Yes, Cat, you're right this time. All right, so guys must be careful. All right, Good Carrot, can you hear me already? I hope so. Okay. Sorry, there's a student named John, right? Is that your I don't know, is that your dad's name or something like that? Can you please rename yourself to your own name, if you don't mind, John? I mean, yeah. Thank you, because later I need to mark attendance. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. All right, so the answer is 3.8. Can? All right, so this was last week's work. Like this was last week's work. Can? All right. And now, there's one more, or actually 2 more questions. All right, there's 1 more or 2 more questions from last week's worksheet that I didn't go through. All right, so this week I'm going to go through that 2 questions, if you all don't mind. Can? Okay, let's take a look. All right, so this type of question, right, is what I call gap and difference. All right, this type of question is what I call gap and difference. It's called gap and difference, yes. So later we'll be doing some problem sums involving something called gap and difference. Bill, go. All right, after you go, please come back quickly. Can? Thank you so much. All right, so what's the meaning of gap and difference? Look, children, look at my finger. Look at the screen. Look at my finger. I got how many fingers? 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger, 5 fingers on what? On 1 hand. Look at my gap. Look, this is called a gap. This is called gap. Look, 1 gap, 2 gap, 3 gap, 4 gap. So I got 5 fingers. I got 4 gaps. So remember, the number of gaps is always 1 less. All right, it's always 1 less. Good Carrot can hear, right? Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. All right. So some of you already giving me the right answers already. Thank you so much, Darius. Thank you so much, Gabriel and Agnev. Thank you. Eldon, you're right also. Very good. Thank you so much. Hey, Catherine, you're right also. Wow, this time around, a lot of people give me the correct answer. Right. I know, children. I know you got your way, but let me explain my way first, Ken. All right. Because my way, right, will lead to today's lesson also. Come. So down here, I want to count how many gaps do I have. Look at this. This is called one gap, two gap. This is like my finger. All right. This one is my finger. All right. Those in the center down here is called a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you see not? So on top, I got 10 gaps. And what is my difference below? Difference means what? From 0.6 to 0.5. All right, I can find my difference, right? And what's the meaning of difference? Difference actually means the bigger number minus the smaller number. That will give you a 0.1, just to let you know. If you don't believe, you can actually minus. Can? Harini, your answer is correct. Thank you so much. So when you compare gap and difference, right, you can say that 10 gaps down here actually represents what? Actually represents the same place, which is 0.1. Can you see not? The blue portion and the purple portion is the same thing. So the 10 gaps actually is 0.1. So how do you find one gap? What do you do, children? How do you do? So remember for me, please. For example, you got 10 friends, got 0.1. If you want to find one friend, what do you do? How do you find one friend? You have to take 10 to divide by 10. Do you know that? All right, 10 divided by 10 is a 1. So every time divide by the same number. So what must your 0.1 do? Your 0.1 must also divide by 10. Whatever you do on one side, you must do on the other side. And remember these, children? Remember I taught you moving decimals? All right, divide means what? Divide means to the left. All right, 1, 0 means one movement. Let's go. One movement towards the left here. Can you see the beauty of moving decimal? So the purple dot is being moved to the red dot. So the answer is 0.01. Can you see that? From the purple, the dot to the red color dot. 0.01. So it's actually 0.01. Do you understand? Right. So this one has been taught to you in lesson 1, lesson 2 like that. All right. So everyone is what? Everyone is a 0.01. All right. Everyone is a 0.01. Can you see that? All right. So what do? How do you find this number down here? You can just take 0.5 because this is the starting plus what? Plus 0.01. Remember when you add or subtract, right? The dot must be in line. Remember this? All right. So your answer will be 0.51. Can you see that? Can you see that, children? You understand? So this portion here, right? This portion here is actually 0.51. And if you follow the pattern, right, this one will be 0.52. Don't believe? Don't believe? Okay. So the before number is 0.51 and the every gap, right, is a 0.01. Every one of it. So you must plus 0.01. Can you see? So they are in line. So down here is 0.52. Can you see? Right. So if you see the pattern, right, if you see the pattern, this one is 0.53, 0.54, 0.55, 0.56, 0.57, 0.58. That's the way many students get the answer. All right, but I know that you guys are faster than me. I know, like Harini, like Catherine, like Gabriel, all right, like Darius, like Agnev and Eldon. You're faster than me, right? Definitely, I know. But I'm just showing you a method, right, which can use for all these type of question, right? Because sometimes the school, right, never give you nice number. If the school never give you nice number, right, this way of doing can work every time. Trust me. All right, this is what I call gap and difference. All right, I know that I'm very long-winded, right? But I'm just showing you the method so that in future, whatever comes out, seriously, whatever, you can use this method. All right. Siyu, can you please on your video? Thank you so much, if you don't mind. All right. So moving on. One more question. All right. One more question. All right. Relating to last week work, is this one. Look, again. What do you see? All right. This type of question, can we use gap and difference? All right. Can you see how many gaps are there? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 gaps, right? There are 8 gaps between what? 2 and 3. Can you see not? So 2 and 3 is what? What's the difference down here? difference is actually you take 3 minus 2, right? Equal to 1. Can you see or not? So